Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Off the play fake. Jones going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Jones to throw on third down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Pickett back to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And the gain here to the previous this play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Pickett. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Open man here, the tight end Henry. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd? Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Van Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. operating from the gun. Jones. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. In what many term is a down year for rookie quarterbacks, the Steelers took Pickett 20th overall because they knew him better than any other quarterback in the draft. They consider him the most pro-ready passer in the class. He's got plenty of gunslinger in him as well. You give him an inch of space to make a throw, he's going to try and make it into a mile.
That one goes for 30 yards. Back to throw, Pickett. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Jones now. A final shot before break. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert third downs. And that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton. That'll give him 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He completes it to Henry. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They run for it with Harris. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Looking to throw. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Davion Taylor from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
And now here's another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Diontae Johnson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And
my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 33-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On second down, this is Harris. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Harris running straight ahead. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Pickett will look to throw it here. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself,
and now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Finds Pickens out right. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing, Jones. That's Strong bringing it in on the out route. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now Jones rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. T.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his man, Thornton. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Jones throwing on first down. Past the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Folk connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Pickett slides down, and he picks up the first. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Complete, Jefferson the target. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
A move to New England from Baltimore suited Matthew Judon nicely with 12.5 sacks in his first year of a new 4-year contract with the Patriots. That was a new career high for him, 7th in the NFL, and the most for a Patriot since 2015.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with a